All right. I want to welcome everybody here to our Be the Voice, Be the Change town hall meeting. This is our second round being put on by myself and my good long life friend, brother DeAndre Smith from 719 Nightlife and One Body Entertainment. And we got a nice panel of guests with us today. And this time around, the first time we talked about being the voice, being the change, this time around, we are talking about the vote. We want to get everybody out there registered. If you are registered, knowing where your designated place to vote is. And I'm a big advocator of people getting out and voting because, like, I hate when people talk about all the change and then they don't vote. They don't do anything about it. But we'll get into that. I'm going to let everybody introduce themselves. Go ahead. We'll start with you, D.
Well, my name is D. Smith. My organization is called One Body ENT, Canine Community Cares. We do community outreach through entertainment, and that's all I do. That's me. I'm here.
Appreciate you helping me put this thing together.
Right now.
Miss Belinda.
Hello, everyone. My name is Belinda Gardner, and I am the Community Outreach Coordinator for Solid Rock Christian Center in Colorado Springs, and we are having a voter registration drive.
Awesome.
And hi, my name is Lateina Ollie. I'm the owner of Core Notary. We're a mobile notary company here in Colorado Springs, and I'm also a co-founder of Be the Change 719. We're a local organization that we just provide different community activities, mainly in the southeast side of town. And right now, our big focus is getting people registered to vote.
Awesome. So you guys are doing things individually right now. Miss Belinda, so what are you doing right now?
Right now, we are having a voter registration drive at our church at Solid Rock. We have six drives. We started August the 29th was our first one, and we will be running until until October the 10th. So October 10th and October 3rd are our two drives in October. This Saturday, the 19th of September, we will also be having a drive. They are from 9 to 1 a.m. From 9 a.m. to 1 p.m.
Oh, I was like, whoa, that's a...
Yeah, so we have had two drives per month since August. And we are trying to get the word out. We are trying to get people in to register. And so that is what we are doing right now at this time. I do want to provide just a little bit of information as well. Solid Rock, we work with COS, I Love You, Colorado Springs, and with the City Serve as well. City Serve will come up October the 3rd, and that is a beautification event that they do for the city.
Oh, cool. Miss Belinda, if I may ask, what got you motivated into helping people to get registered to vote?
Well, the need, actually. It's such a great need. I wasn't a voter at one time, and I didn't think my vote counted. I didn't think it mattered, but it actually does. And it may not matter as just an individual, but it matters collectively. When I add my vote to your vote, you add your vote to my vote, and we all vote, it counts. That's when it really counts. And I think this election is so important. We have so much at stake right now. We have so much at stake. And also, so many people don't think it's important to vote and out there today. And so many people think that it doesn't matter. And so many people have said, I'm not voting. I'm just not doing it. However, and I don't like, and what I have heard is that I don't like this candidate, I don't like that candidate, I don't like either one of them. And it's not about them. It's not just about them really at all. It's about us. It's about our democracy. It's about saving our democracy. It's about the collective and coming together to get what we need and what we want. And our strength is in numbers. And that's why it is so important for us to come together and to vote. And there's so many out there who think they can't vote. And that's also what I want to clear up. You know, there's people who are felons and formerly incarcerated, and they believe that they cannot vote. They can. There was a House Bill 1266 passed last year, which allows formerly incarcerated to vote. Denver, I believe, is registering people in jail in their county jails to vote.
Oh wow, that I never knew that. That's
Yeah,
cool.
and a couple other things. Early voting will start October the 19th. So it is, if we can all vote early and ensure our vote, that will be the best thing, as opposed to waiting to the last minute. However, the polls will be open. We will also be a polling place at Solid Rock Christian Center. We will be there on November the 2nd and the 3rd at 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. as a polling place. And people can also come and drop off the ballots as well.
Oh, cool. So I got a question, and then I'm gonna get to Lateina. So I got a question. I got an email the other day that said I'm able to vote digitally. Is that correct? I don't know if I might have skimmed the email. I need to read the whole thing, but it says
Yes, go ahead.
I
yes,
believe it says. Oh, that's that delay. Go ahead.
Yeah. Yes, you can go on to the Secretary of State website, and there are links there where they can actually also register on the link. Secretary of State for Colorado, the state of Colorado, and yes, they can vote. They can check their registration. A lot of people say I'm registered, but you really might want to check, because if you haven't voted in a while, if you have moved, that would also change your registration as well. And that's information that needs to be updated. It can also be updated with us during the drive at any one of the registrations as well.
Awesome. Okay, Ms. Lateina, so what are some of the movements that you are doing right now?
Right now, I'm working with a couple organizations. We're trying to provide civics 101 classes down in the southeast side of town, because we're asking people to get out and vote and register to vote. But if they don't understand who they're voting for or how their vote impacts these elections, then it's hard to tell these people to get out there and vote. So my organization, we're trying to take it back a few steps so that we can actually get people educated, so they know when they're voting in the certain elections why that bill is on that ballot, and why are these people running, and they only have like a 4-year term or 2-year term. So that's what our organization has been doing lately, is trying to provide the education for the people in the southeast side of town.
That's what I need. I need to get educated on the people that I need to vote for locally. Yeah. So if somebody, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
If somebody like myself, most times if I don't know who to vote for, I'll ask my mom, and whoever my mom is voting for, that's usually who I ride with. But I usually like to get educated myself. So if I wanted to go out and find out who's the best candidates and all that, those type of people to vote for, how would I go about to doing that? And for other people, I guess.
For me, I think the best advice I could tell someone is get in groups, find somebody that's interested in voting, and you guys could get together, can go on the ballot, see who's on the ballot, do your research. Because, like Belinda said, when all of you guys come together, it makes a bigger impact. One voice alone is not going to make a change, but when multiple people come together and do their research, and then you guys come to collaborate together, you can make a bigger impact that way. So yeah, find someone who's interested, do your research together, and pick the best candidate.
Awesome. What motivated you to do the Respect My Vote event?
For me, I fit in a couple categories. For one, I'm a Black African American woman, and at one point in time, women couldn't vote, African American couldn't vote. So I feel like it's very important for me as an African American woman to use my voice. and to promote the importance of voting. A lot of us in my age group feel like it's not important to vote, but it is important, especially here in Colorado Springs. You'll have a lot of people from different parts of town that will try to speak for your area where you live, and they never stepped a foot in the South Side or K-Land, or they never stepped a foot in those areas, but they feel like they want to be on this pedestal and be able to talk for you. So I decided to bring Respect My Vote to the southeast side of town because we want to be able to bring the residents together to give them a safe place to feel like they have a voice where they could share their opinions, where they could just come together as a community. We provided music. Tony Exum Jr., which he's from the southeast side, he was able to perform. Belinda was there. I was grateful that she came out. So was Dee. We have food trucks. So to me, it's just about bringing a community together and letting everybody know their voice does count. It does matter, and the power's in the numbers.
That's dope.
Exactly.
We need more movements like that. I'm sorry.
Can y'all explain the importance of local voting locally, and the difference between the local voting and the presidential vote?
I guess go ahead. No, you go ahead, Belinda. You have more knowledge in that.
Okay, locally, during the primary, mostly it's our local votes. We're voting for our mayors, and our local officials here, and our local issues, and within our city, and our community, and our county. The presidential vote, we are voting for the presidents of the United States, but I don't know if most people think that's all we are voting for, but there are many propositions out there and issues that are on the ballot this year as well. Colorado has at least 11 other issues on the ballot besides who's going to be our president or vice president. And those are very important issues to vote for as well. So the general election is for our president and for our other propositions and issues that are on the ballot as well. And then we'll have our city council will be pretty soon being able to be reelected as well. Mm-hmm. April, actually. So that will also be coming up. So a lot of people will vote either in local and not vote for the president, or a lot of people will just vote for our president and not for the local. And I think that we lose a lot when we don't get involved in our local officials and our local issues, because those are the ones that do affect us the most.
I had a question and I lost it. So do you guys, you said to get involved with somebody that knows about the issues and stuff. And I probably do know a couple of people like that, but I really can't think off top. Is there somewhere I can go? Because I know where I used to vote at was Carmel. That's where I used to go place my vote and everything. But it's tore down. So now lately I've been doing all my votes through the mail. But is there somewhere I can go to get educated on, you said there's a lot of local issues that we should be voting on. Is there somewhere that I can go to get informed on what I should be voting on and what's going to affect our community? Because there are a lot of bills that, that bill just got passed not too long ago that affects the community. So there are things that people need to get involved with that we should be voting on that we might just not know. How can, this is voting dummies for achieve, but I'm trying to help everybody else, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, so.
Right. We can probably go to the county clerk's office and get information locally. We can Google Colorado 2020 election issues, the issues that will be on the ballots, that can be Googled. So you can go online, Secretary of State, Clerk and Recorder's Office, or Google. And also there's a mailing. So information will be mailed out as well about the issues, I believe. And so those mailings we can also take a look at. Some of them are Greek, but they will be mailed out as well.
Yeah. And I would say another big thing people could do is start getting involved with the city. The city has a lot of committees that anyone could join. It doesn't matter where you're from, what you do on a regular. You could join these different committees. They have the urban renewal committees. They have engagement committees. I suggest more people, especially from our background, to engage in more of these committees that the city offers, just so our voice can be heard a little bit more. Because they're not hearing us right now because no one's representing us.
Right. We're not representing ourselves. The longer we stay unseen and unheard, we'll be invisible. We'll stay invisible as well.
Yeah.
I always tell this story too. The reason why I started voting, my grandma told me that I should vote. She asked me was I voting one year. It was like probably right when I turned 18. She asked me was I voting. I told her no. She said, "Why?" I was like, "My vote doesn't count." She told me I should vote for every year that she couldn't vote. I was like, "You couldn't vote?" She was like, "Yeah." So every year I've been voting ever since. I'm like an advocate for that. I hate when people talk about it, but you don't vote, so I mean, you're just talking. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's my
we have
motive.
to take some action. We have to show up and show out. We can't show out unless we show up. So.
And then if people realize if we got out there, like you said, show out and show up in numbers, how we did for when Obama got elected, a lot of things would be different. But if you ask, it's horrible when I ask people, when's the last time you voted? And they'll say the last time they voted was when Obama was in office. I'm like, that is horrible, man. Like, you can't just quit doing your job. I mean, a lot of people say that their vote doesn't count, but if we all put our votes together, it's gonna make a difference for real.
It will make a big difference if we all do that.
Yeah, especially in the local elections.
Well, I got a question.
Oh, go ahead. Get him, D.
So with you guys having like your own businesses and your entrepreneurship going on, how do you have time to do your community activist stuff along with running your own business?
For me, I would say I was motivated by multiple people that are already doing work here in town, and I started to tap into their organizations. So I first was in Thrive, and that helped me get focused with my business, and it took my business to a whole nother level. And then Julie Ramirez, she put on a program, a community advocate program through Kono, and that's what helped me tap into more of the programs that the city offers, and just to be more of a community advocate. So with that being said, I was able to take my business to a point to where it's kind of running by itself, so that I am able to do more community events. And for me, that's been great. And then to have mentors like UD, and there's a lot of other people out there that keep pushing me to do more things. So I think that's awesome to have a support team around you so that you are able to do more community events around town, community organizations.
Mm-hmm. And for me, my business is what got me out into the community, actually. Photography, taking pictures for events, and then being out amongst the community and finding out what's out there, what's needed. There's just so much need and so much that can be done in our communities. And so you kind of juggle your life like everybody else. And there's so many people that wear so many different hats. And it's just a matter of kind of juggling and scheduling your using your time as best you can.
What kind of things did you have to overcome to get to the point that you are?
Ooh. For me, was that for me, that question?
Yeah.
Uh-oh, D.
Uh-oh.
It was for both of you.
For me, things I had to overcome, which I'm still trying to overcome, would be the confidence in myself. Because That's being important. You have to have that confidence level to actually get back out here day after day and to keep working. And you know that you want to have an impact on a certain area. So I know I have to have that confidence to get out there and do it. So I would say the confidence. I'm still overcoming that, and then also my network. Just building my network. Your network will get you. It will take you places. I will say that, especially here.
For myself, pretty much the fear and the confidence as well, especially the confidence, the self-confidence. However, I became disabled a few years back, 10 years back or so. So physically, I had to regain my strength in my body and be able to be on my feet for any length of time. And so I'm just coming back into that with these last few years. So being able to be functional, being able to be active, being able to be out there in the community is a big comeback for me physically. And and every time I'm out there and able to, it's going to just make me, I'm able to do that. It's a blessing. It's a blessing. And I just feel good about it, being able to function. I used to be out there with a cane and with a walker and that kind of stuff. So God is good, and I'm glad to be able to function in my community.
Was there a certain
I got another one for you too, Chiba, because I think it's important that you let it be known. But I want to know, why do you feel it's important to use your platform to bring awareness like this to the community?
I think it's important that everybody votes. Like I said, my grandma is one of the main motivational
Not
persons.
vote. I said,
Oh,
why
I'm sorry.
is it important for you to use your platform to bring awareness to things that are important for the community?
It would be a disservice if I mean, like I don't know how to say this. I guess I'm from the community. I don't, if that sounds right. If I come from where I can make a difference from, it would be a disservice if I didn't do anything for myself and the people in my community. You know what I'm saying? If I have a platform to be able to put the word out, to spread the word for something, for a good cause, that's what I'm supposed to do. You know what I mean? Like, if I didn't, it would be it would be shameful of myself, I guess you would say. You know what I'm saying? I'm a person of the people. Like, I wouldn't be doing what I do without everybody in the community. You know what I'm saying? Like, one of the main things that I say that I do, I shake hands and I kiss babies. And that's what I do. I get out and I say hi to people. I try to be everywhere that I can. That's physically willing to let me be there, or if time constraints let me be there, I try to be there. If I can help out in any way, I'm there for it. You know what I'm saying? So it would just be wrong if I didn't. I guess that's how I feel about it. It would be wrong.
Can you answer your same question, D?
Yeah. Say that again.
Can you answer your own question?
Wow, that's not how that goes. Now, one of the things that I'm kind of like Chiba. My answer is kind of like how Chiba is. I feel like I am the people, because I came from this community, raised in this community that I'm working in, and so I have a special passion for the community, and I really take everything personal that goes on to the community, especially when it's not in our favor. And so I just wanted to bring back some of the things that I remember that we used to have, growing up. We had different little outlets to, that were free for us to do and to help us stay out of trouble. So that's why we do the things that we do. The only thing different from the way I grew up is that I do performing arts mainly. So we do Black History programs. We do different kind of events like that, where we have kids in our programs. We deal with kids on a daily basis or whatever. And in fact, right now we're getting ready to start a tutoring study hall program throughout the week for the parents that either are not able to really tutor their kids or help their kids with the homework, or those that need to go to work and can't go to work because they have to stay at home with their kids. So we want to just do our part and help out with the things that's going on in the community. And this COVID thing is a serious thing. We've been doing a lot of different, like, kind of like reliefs, where we help people with groceries, bills, even if they need gas money, anything like that or whatever. And so now that's the next thing that's coming up. So if you guys have any kids or know from K to 12 that needs help, it's like a study hall. You just bring your Chromebooks or whatever you're using to do your homework at home. You can go here. We have retired teachers. We have teachers that are currently teaching, and we have high school students that are, advanced, and college students that are helping out.
That's fresh to death, D. I remember you telling me about that. That's dope.
Yeah.
I remember your pops. He used to. Your dad is the dopest coach. He used to like how you're talking about community from when I was a kid till now. Your dad was a coach. Like he basketball coach, a life coach. You know what I'm saying? A lot of kids nowadays don't get that in our community. You know what I'm saying? So it's good that we have.
He was my example.
A great example. Tell your pops to say. Tell Tony I said what's up when you talk to him too. That's what we need though. More of this type of stuff. Like to piggyback off of what D said. Like back in the day, I grew up right around the corner from D, so our community was tight. I walked to school, came home, hung out with these guys, and all that good stuff. There's not a lot of that nowadays, and we do need to get back to that.
Mm-hmm. We do.
Word. All right. So, just was there anything that I didn't ask you, ladies, that you want to get out there to relate to the people?
Any exclusives?
Latrina?
I would say there's a lot of organizations that are currently working together to help the community. So I would just tell everybody to stay tapped in and stay ready. I mean, we the power's in numbers. Stay ready. A lot of organizations are coming together, doing things. Just be ready to be out there, vote, ready to get our voices heard.
And I just want to say there's only 47 days left.
Oh, I thought it was 48. Good one.
Yeah, and I think it's important that we get out there and show others that we do matter and that we care about our community, we care about the issues that affect our community, and that we do have a voice.
And both of you, again, have individual events going on. Will you guys tell them again how they can, where, when, how they can get a hold of you, all that good stuff?
Okay. Yes, I have a voter registration drive coming up this Saturday, September the 19th. It will be at Solid Rock Christian Center, 2520 Arlington Drive, Colorado Springs, Colorado, 80910. I can be reached at 719-331-8885. We also have City Serve that will be coming up October the 3rd. And it's a beautification event. It's a citywide. I think about 70 some churches come together to do painting, yard work, cleaning for schools, different areas around the city, and that will be October the 3rd from 9 to 12, I believe. And our event will be from 9 to 1 at the church at Solid Rock Christian Center for the registration.
Do you have any social sites, websites, anything that if people want to get a hold of you that way too, or?
I do not actually, not at this time.
All righty.
Yeah, and for me, I would say I am volunteering for City Serve as well. So that's a good platform, a day for everyone to get out and volunteer. So if you haven't registered, you could do it online, and there's different locations around town. I'm volunteering at Soaring Eagles. So, I mean, there's multiple locations you could volunteer to work that day. If you want to be connected with my group, we are Be the Change 719. We're on Facebook. Stay tuned. Join our group. We will be posting the civics courses once we're done with the logistics side and have a location, or if we're going to do a virtual. I think everyone should tune into that just so you know how your vote really does matter. And make sure if you're not registered to vote, get out there and register to vote, or get out there and register.
Where I know you talked about the felon stuff before we go. You talked about the felon stuff again. Could you just touch on that one more time so everybody can hear and know? Because I'm not the best at it, but I was told that if you have a felon but you're not on parole or something like that, you can vote. I'm not too sure of how that works.
I just had, yes. You can vote if you are in jail. You can vote if you're in litigation, going to court for some charges. You can vote if you are on parole and probation. As of 2019, House Bill 1266 passed the right to vote for formerly incarcerated individuals, citizens.
That is awesome. So they can make a difference while being locked up. That's what's up.
There's one more thing that you had said about you can be 16 or 17 and start registering to vote. Can you touch on that? Or did I say it right?
Yeah. Oh, yes. 16 and 17-year-olds can pre-register. They can pre-register to vote, get them started early. There's also a link on the Secretary of State's website page where they can pledge to vote when they turn 18 as well. Yes, they can pre-register to vote at 16 and 17 years old.
Oh, I did not know that. I learned a lot of stuff. I got a whole notebook full of notes over here. This is awesome. I'm a good note taker. I might pop up on you guys this Saturday. I feel like I got another event to do, but I'm gonna try to get there. Well, D, do you have anything else that you want to add?
Yeah, I do want to just remind people that if they want to sign up for it, you have to register. We got forms that you have to fill out. If you would like to volunteer to help out with the study hall tutoring program that we're going to be doing, it's going to be happening at the Chinook Center. The first day we're scheduled to start on the 21st, and so all this week we're going to be getting all of the tutors and registering people for students to come in and be a part of the study hall or whatever. So you can reach us at onebody2013@gmail.com, or you can hit us on Facebook. You can leave a comment on this post or whatever. You can reach out to K Chiba. You can reach out to me, DeAndre Smith, on Facebook. You can reach out to Lateina on there. Everybody know how to reach us. So just reach out, and if you would like help, we're here to help.
I appreciate all of you being here today. This is the first part of round 2. So we might ask you ladies back for another round if you guys have some time. I know you're out there doing your thing and stuff. So once again, I appreciate you all being here for the first part of the second round of Be the Voice, Be the Change Town Hall meetings. Peace.
Thank you. Thank you guys very much for having us.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Let's vote, guys.